Earlier, the trees said that COVID and some of the chaos we see on the planet now is contributing to ascension. From our vantage point, it doesn't seem that way. It seems actually the opposite. But I do understand the idea of tearing down old structures, institutions, systems, that kind of thing, in order to make way for the building of new ones. Is there more to it than that? Can you really expand on that idea that all this turmoil and everything that's going on is really contributing to ascension?
It is contributing to ascension in the sense that most of these old paradigms have been on this planet with the human species and for a good part created by the human species for your own ends, for your own control. And we say own in the sense that there have been a mighty few that have been in a situation of control. We think about things like your religions. We think about things like your political systems, your healthcare systems, if and when there is one or has been one. All those are your educational systems. All these systems have been put in place by human beings that not always, but for the most part throughout your history have wanted control. So, for example, we will take the message of the Christ. The Christ came, Jesus came to your planet to show you a different way. He was an ascended being. He came down in human form to teach you that there is more to life than your 3D-ness, and to give you a glimpse of what that might look like. At the time, and even now, you call some of the things that Jesus did while he was here miracles. They are not miracles. They are things that you don't understand, and therefore you put that label on them. So he came to show you a different way. His way got corrupted almost immediately because it was basically not a written society at the time. Most of it was carried on through oral traditions, and like the proverbial broken telephone, it got changed very quickly. And so people that wanted control of the masses got a hold of it and said, okay, we're going to say you have to do this. You have to go to confession. You have to do this or else. And so it got corrupted. And this is what has happened with pretty much all of your systems. And then people that wanted to control other people got a hold of these ideas and said, you have to do this or else that's going to happen. And people didn't understand. They were in fear, which is what you are starting to come out of the last 2 years about the health around the world. But you have been in fear for millenniums. And you fear what you don't understand, or you fear what you think you can't control, or you fear what somebody else may be controlling you, or you let somebody else control you because you don't understand how else to do it. So all these things have compounded over millenniums to bring you to this place now where you are, through ascension, starting to learn how to let go of the fear, to know that the fear needs to be dealt with so that you can start to replace it with feelings of love and joy and connectivity and community and the collective consciousness, which is as we've been saying, with trees, plants, Gaia, everyone, and to regroup to understand that. So these systems need to break down. They have to break down. And you do not yet know, most of you, we would say practically all of you, you do not yet know what is going to be coming into its place, into the place of a new political system, new politicians and what they look like, to new healthcare and what education is going to look like, and what you can do for each other that is going to be more loving, more conscious of the collective well-being. And make no mistake, this is what is happening. It is not going to happen overnight. It cannot happen overnight. There are a lot of you still in fear, and there will be for some time forward. And not just the masses, but even the light workers are, to some extent, living in fear, living in disruption, living in chaos, because you don't understand what's happening. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to take over. And we would suggest that each one of you take over your own hearts. Take your hearts on an individual basis. Start to learn to love love yourself, love the parts of yourself through your meditations and your communing. And then you can start loving others, as in continuing to love your loved ones, your family, your spouses, your trees, your whatever, and keep that going. And then you will start to see in the coming years how all of that is going to start to reorganize itself into a new paradigm, an exciting paradigm that will come together because you are now thinking collectively. The energies that are coming onto the planet are now allowing you to think more collectively as your vibrations are moving upscale and your DNA is shifting and changing to accommodate for all this new thinking and processing that you're going to be able to do, that you are now not in the 3D going into 4 and 5D really able to do, because you are limited physically, you are limited through your DNA, and you are limited by your fears and your belief systems at this point in time. But all of these are going to start to drop away and work with you to come upscale and to see a beautiful, beautiful world that most of you have never envisioned. Some of you know that it has been here before in times of Atlantis and Lemuria and further back and so forth. And these are the times that are coming again, but it won't be overnight.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for that. That was very clear and comforting at the same time.